So you have decided 2020 is the year for you to start investing and you have signed up for your first brokerage account. That's great, but it is important to get your finances in order before starting on your investment journey. These are 5 simple money tips for you before you buy your first stock. Let's go! Hi guys, Stanley here. I believe that investing is the best way for us to build wealth in the long term. This is because if we are just saving our money in the bank, inflation is sure to kill our wealth very slowly. Even riskier is the fact that as our cash balance grows in the bank account, it is hard for us to resist not spending it. So when we invest, it is preventing us from spending our saving to unnecessary items, and also we have a better chance in beating inflation. However, investing in the stock market is not risk-free, and we have to prepare our finances properly so that we can invest with a peace of mind that our livelihood will not be affected if we make some mistake in the market. So here are 5 money tips that I believe is important before we start investing. Number 1, clear your high interest rate debt. Debt is the most dangerous financial instrument you will come across in your lifetime. Everything comes down to debt. Debt is the main danger that could make us lose everything that we have if we are not careful. That is why we must make sure that we maintain a manageable debt level before investing. This means that we should work on clearing all our high interest rate debt and also our short-term debt. High interest rate debt might be anything that has a double-digit interest rate, such as maybe your credit card debt. If you have outstanding credit card debt or short-term 1 to 2 years consumer loans, work on clearing those first before allocating any money for investment. Number 2, managing your expenses. Investing is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but rather a method for us to store and grow our wealth. So your success in it might not show in just weeks or months, but rather in years. Thus, we want to make sure that our expenses do not exceed our basic income, and we will not be forced to sell our investment at the worst possible time just to cover some of our expenses. We can do that by starting to track our monthly income and expenses. With the pandemic, we are moving more into contactless payments, and that is great because it means that we now have a very clear data on what and how much we are spending. So just write down your income a month and your expenses a month. You need to make sure that you are earning more than you spend. If your expenses are just matching your income, then it might not be the right time for you to think about investing. It is more important for you to either increase your income or reduce your expenses first. In this way, you're able to save faster and have more capital to invest for the long term. Number 3, be insured. We want to protect ourselves against any unforeseen major expenses. It can start by just protecting our major possessions such as our car or house. It could also include any medical fees if we become sick or injured. If we have family members depending on us, then we should consider how to protect them if we die or we catch a critical illness. So at the very least, we need to ensure that our insurance for our house and our car are updated. We need to insure ourselves for any medical expenses. And if we have a family, then we need to look into getting a life insurance and a critical illness insurance. All this will help us protect ourselves and our family if anything unexpected is to happen to us. No one likes to think about our own death or illness, but it is important to make plans for it. We have to prepare for the worst so we can strive for the future. Number 4, creating an emergency fund. Insurance is there to protect us in case of accidents or serious illness. But during uncertain times like this, we must also protect ourselves for any loss of income. The usual practice is to save up an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a pool of money that you will have readily available to use in case, as the name suggests, an emergency. Typically, you want to have enough cash for 6 months of your living expenses. This can be used if you lose your job or you might want to pay up some unexpected bills. You can keep this money in, say, a fixed deposit or very safe and liquid high-grade bonds, such as government bonds. The key is to keep them in something safe and something liquid where you can withdraw easily. With all these measures, you will have a better peace of mind when investing, and you don't have to worry that you will be forced to sell some of your investment just to meet any unexpected expenses. And in that way, you can build a portfolio by taking a much longer view. Number 5, have a will. Lastly, you might want to consider setting up a will. After all, you're doing all this planning and preparation for the future, for your family and your loved one. You will need to plan for an event if something happened to you, how your wealth and investment should be distributed, and also instruction to your family on how they can move forward with it. With all that, you'll be in a much better position to invest, worry-free. By setting up a safety net and some cash buffer for ourselves, we will be able to take some risk in the market without it ever affecting our livelihood. So I truly believe that investing is the best way for us to build long-term wealth. But we have to make sure to put ourselves in the right financial position first before embarking in our investment journey. If you have done all this and are ready to start investing, do check out our free investment course at valueinvestasia.com/free course. We'll go through all the basics of investing, from how to search, analyze, and even value a stock. I hope this video has been useful for you. If you have enjoyed it, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more investment tips and analysis. If you know a friend who is planning to start their investment journey, remember to share this video with them and help them start at the right footing. As always, till we meet again, invest safely.